The Giants made it through a tough first month of division play, and after a 7-3 homestand, they hit the road for an East Coast trip against some very tough teams. First stop, Atlanta, where the Braves are the talk of baseball after a red-hot start. With a roster full of kids, the Braves are on top of the NL East. It's game one of the series next. The road trip begins tonight. You're looking into SunTrust Stadium here in Atlanta as we get ready for Giants baseball, game one of this three-game series. Welcome to NBC Sports Bay Area, and it's powered by Xfinity. Hi again, everybody. I'm Dwayne Kuiper. Alongside me is Javi Lopez. Well, this is going to be an interesting series. A lot's been written and said about these Atlanta Braves. They're really good, and it happened fast. So Chris Stratton, who's never started against them before, give me a key for Stratton.
Well, this offense is hot. They're the best offense in all of Major League Baseball. And I think the key for Stratton is going to be the curveball, being able to slow them down and speed them up with his fastball and getting out of that first inning. They do a lot of damage. They've scored 32 runs, the most in Major League Baseball in the first inning. If they can do that, the Giants are going to be in this game.
And play great defense against this Atlanta team because they like to move, and they move a lot. All right, when we come back, we will have the lineups and the very first pitch of this game right after this.
Jack in the Box. Try the new Cholula Buttery Jack, part of the Buttery Jack family. Only at Jack in the Box.
Yeah, you're looking outside SunTrust Park as we get ready to start out this road trip. Our game time weather is presented by the Santa Cruz Beach Boardwalk. The boardwalk is open. Visit beachboardwalk.com for park hours. Very nice day here today. 82 degrees. It's going to get as low as 62 tonight. See, very little winds. Humidity is perfect. And it is partly cloudy with the emphasis on partly. the first place Atlanta Braves take the field. And the lineup that they'll be facing goes like this. It'll be Hansen, McCutchen, and Posey. Brandon Belt will be the cleanup hitter. Then Longoria, and then Brandon Crawford, who's got good numbers against Fultonavich, followed by Jackson Blanco, and then the Giants starting pitcher Chris Stratton.
Taking the hill for the Atlanta Braves tonight, making his 7th start on the season is Mike Fultonavich, and you're looking at the numbers there. He's had a solid start to the year, 32 innings, 39 Ks, just 15 walks. The 4 home runs allowed is about it. He's pitching very well and very aggressively. What you're going to see is a fastball almost 60% of the time. The sliders, the out pitch, everything else is just for show for the most part. But he's really throwing with a lot of confidence, and the Braves are playing with a lot of confidence as well.
Pretty interesting that the Giants are coming off a homestand where they went 7-3, and the Braves are coming off a road trip where they went 7-3.
The defense behind Fultonavich tonight is going to starting in the outfield, making his home debut. Ronald Acuna Jr. in left, Inciarte in center, and Nick Markakis in right. On the left side of the infield, also making his debut tonight, Jose Bautista getting called up. Johan Camargo shortstop, and on the right side of the infield you have Albies and Freddie Freeman, and behind the plate is Tyler Flowers.
That was not us, folks.
No.
And it almost blew us out. Anyway, here's Alan Hansen to lead things off, and the first pitch of the ball game is a fastball for a called strike. So we get started at 7:37. Hansen on the next pitch is going to lift and out to right field, and Markakis puts it away, and that's how this game gets started. On a fly ball to right, and here's McCutchen. A little bit more on the Atlanta Braves and what they've been able to do at the start of this season. Talked about this road trip that was very successful, and they lost the first 2 games on the trip in Cincinnati, and then bounced back to go 7-3. They've won 5 straight. And McCutchen takes down low. 221 for McCutchen, 3 home runs, 13 driven in. And a swing. You ain't gonna miss. That's 99-mile-an-hour fastball for Fultonavich.
Not too bad on a 4th pitch.
Yeah, you got to get her started, huh? Overshift is on, so that means Albies is to the left of second base, and there's a belt high strike called by home plate umpire Jerry Lane, Gibson, Carapazza, Jordan Baker from first to third. He's bringing it up there pretty good right now.
He's got that good summertime heat going, I guess, already. Perfect night for baseball here in Atlanta.
Sellout crowd tonight. The pitch, and that pitch is high, so a full count. McCutchen has had 3 hits and 7 lifetime at bats against Fultonavich. And the Giants will take the walk with Posey coming up. One thing that we've known over the years watching Buster Posey, and how he of course played with him, is velocity does not bother him at all.
I believe the harder they are, the more he likes the competition.
Yeah.
You know, just ask Chapman, any of the hard throwers that he's faced over the years. He takes it as a challenge and he accepts it, and he has a lot of success.
He's had 2 hits and 6 lifetime at bats, and both hits have been home runs. And on the first pitch, he hits a high foul down the right field line and out of play. Buster hit one last year down that right field line, right over the 325 sign.
Remember, there's a Coke can or Coke bottle or something like that that almost that made replays over and over again. It was nice.
He didn't hit many that are if you want to use the word cheap, and I don't believe they're cheap, but that one was one of his short ones. Comes back with another fastball, and it's now 0-2. Brandon Belt on deck. We are just underway here in Atlanta. The buzz is pretty interesting around Atlanta. It hasn't been this way for a while. And a lot of it has to do with all the young talent that they have. McCutcheon just gets back. He's got 3 steals on the year. Giants are 6-8 on the road. Posey takes high and away. It's 2-2 with mention the youngsters and how young they are. Acuna, Albies, who is in the starting lineup, he's at second base. He's a little guy.
Yeah, Soroka had a nice start in New York. Did well in that whole series. They did great. They swept the Mets, scoring 21 runs, giving up 2. So
yeah, they've had back-to-back shutouts in the final 2 games of that trip. So here it's 2-2 to Buster Posey. On the ground, foul. Ron Wotus snagging it.
it's funny to see Batista down there at third base. Just
it is,
especially in a Brave uniform.
I didn't recognize him when he was around the batting cage.
He had 38 innings at third base in the last 4 years, and that all came last season. He hasn't played every day since 2011 at third base.
Posey fights off a good pitch, and it remains 2-2. Well, they signed him for $1 million, and if it works out, they got a bargain. If it doesn't, this kid at short's supposed to be pretty good. You like him a lot.
He reminds me of just one of those utility guys that once given an opportunity can be an everyday guy.
Posey, line drive, base hit right past Camargo. And that'll bring up Belt. So Acuna, this is, Javi was mentioning, his first game at home. There's Albies on the left. And he's put together pretty good.
Should be a star when you get that label, especially from an organization that has produced many good talent, especially the guy going into the Hall of Fame and Chipper Jones. That's a good label to have.
Belt takes outside, 1 ball and no strikes. Belt at .304 with 6 home runs, 15 driven in. And he pops this one out to the third baseman Batista, who makes the catch. And that'll bring up Longoria. Longoria has faced Fultonavich 3 times. He's 1 for 3. They told us tonight's a sellout, tomorrow night's a sellout. Sunday, probably close. And the weather is fabulous. It would almost make you want to live here, you know it? Here's Longoria. And he takes one right down the middle of the plate for a strike. By the way, my partner lives here.
Don't want to let too many people know that.
Yeah. No, we won't throw out any addresses. But good speed at second in McCutcheon. High and wide, and a ball and a strike. Matter of fact, Dave Fleming, who's in the booth next to us, played a round of golf with Vogelsong and Lopez yesterday. 1-1 pitch. Here it is. Swinging a shot off the mound, and Albies has it, and that's going to end the inning. So defensively, the Braves were playing Longoria perfectly. And here's their lineup. It'll be Ozzie Albies to lead it off. 10 home runs. How about that? Followed by Acuna, then Freeman, Markakis, and Batista. Tyler Flowers gets a start. He's hitting 6th. Camargo 7th. The pitcher is going to hit 8th. Fultonavich, and Ender Inciarte will be in the 9th spot.
Taking the mound for the San Francisco Giants tonight is Chris Stratton, coming off a very good month right there. Coming on to make his 7th start. His last start against LA is one he wants to quickly forget, only going in inning and a third, but beyond that he's been throwing the ball great. And he's a guy that's going to come at you with a fastball. He's got location inside and out to both lefties and righties. He's going to try to set up the curveball, and that's something that's going to have to happen early against an offense that the Braves are showcasing right now.
So here's Albies, who's got the great offensive number. He's got the open stance, and he takes a ball. 1 ball and no strikes. Only 2 Braves have faced Stratton that are in this lineup. Obviously Albies is not one of them. Markakis and Flowers, and only those 2 have had just 1 at bat against them. So this is his first career start against the Atlanta Braves. Right now it's 2-0. And a strike. Jerry Lane's got this little hesitation on his strike call, and it's either me getting used to it or just let it bother me the whole game. Line drive, base hit. And once Jackson kicked it, just like that, we said it, Albies is at second base. I think he was going anyway.
He took an aggressive turn. Definitely going to put the pressure on Jackson to get the ball in. Yeah, he didn't break stride. He went all the way. And that's the report on these guys. They're going to run early. They like action. They're going to be able to run when they want. They'll run into outs. But they're going to put the pressure on the defense to make plays.
So the Braves, at least the official score here, felt like Albies was going to make it, so they've given him a double. And here's Acuna. And he jumps on that first pitch and rolls it foul. Two home runs, 5 driven in, with Freddie Freeman to follow. Albies has got 3 steals. And there's a fastball up and in. 1 ball and 1 strike. Stratton's coming off of a start where he got knocked around. It was the start after he had gone back home on paternity leave. Which, by the way, he didn't use it as an excuse. We did.
I'm sure he wasn't happy about it. Looking at him today, being able to say hello to him today, he looked very focused with an extra day of rest, actually.
He did. Center field. Jackson is going to make the running catch. Albies has to go back and tag, and he's going to make it. Nice play by Jackson.
That's a good jump there. And let's take a look at the Giants defense starting the outfield. Left to right, got Blanco, Jackson, who just made the nice grab there. McCutcheon out and right. Left side of the infield is Longoria and Crawford. On the right side is Hanson and Belt. And Buster Posey will be doing the catching tonight.
Here's Freeman. Giants will play the infield back. Freeman with 4 home runs, 22 driven in. And he fouls it out of play. Here's the catch by Jackson.
Had it the whole way. Tracked it down nicely. Albies, great job being able to get back and tag. And the missed cutoff man on Miss Crawford. And no chance to get him at third base. Too much speed.
And a high breaking ball. 1 ball and 1 strike. Markakis on deck. Stratton here trying to get a strikeout or a pop-up. Two balls and a strike. Braves are 8-4 at home. So this will be game number 13 for them at home. 2-1 pitch. Here it is to Freeman. And it's lifted out to left. Bronco back at the wall. Gone. So for Freeman, his 5th of the year. It started out looking like a sacrifice fly, and then it kept going.
The PitchCast is brought to you by SoFi, a modern finance company. You look at it right there, 92-mile-an-hour fastball up in the zone. Freddie has power to all fields, but especially the left. He likes to drive that ball out and was able to just get into that first row, into the seats, and put the Braves on the board.
So here's Markakis. Markakis hitting at .336. He's got 5 home runs and 23 driven in. And he fouls this one out of play. Markakis 0 for 1 in his career against Stratton. Stratton pitched a couple of innings in relief against the Braves. This is hit on the ground to Crawford. 2 outs. Bringing Batista to the plate. So Batista back in the big leagues. What he did in AAA. Gone are the days when he was a skinny little infielder for the Pirates. And I remember thinking when he moved away and started to hit home runs, thinking, is that the same guy? And it indeed was the same guy. Stratton tries to run it inside. It's 2-0.
Yeah, stance changed, everything changed. Hand position, body.
Even body language. Makes a healthy rip. It's 2 balls and 1 strike.
Had 2 extra base hits in AAA, a homer and a double to go along with those numbers.
I don't think Jackson's going to get this one. It's off the bottom of the wall. So Batista's got a double. So that's 3 extra base hits here in the first inning. And Stratton's trying to find out what's going on.
Well, you look at a 2-1 count. He's sitting on 1 pitch. He gets a breaking ball. That's just a good piece of hitting there. Batista stays right up the middle through the pitch, drives it in the center, and just like you said, Jackson just was playing him in left center, expecting him to pull the ball, kind of hit it in no man's land. Got himself a double in scoring position, and yet again the Braves are hot in the first inning. Scored 3 times yesterday in the first inning. Added 2 so far today.
Most runs scored in the first inning by any team in the major leagues. Here's Flowers, who swings and misses. By the way, they changed Albies' base hit to open up this inning from a double to a single. And an error on Jackson. A little bit outside and low. Stratton trying to get off the field. Two nothing Atlanta here in the first. Two and two, or make it 1-2.
So he's just struggling to find that arm slot.
He's been so good with his fastball all year. We'll say this though, watching the replay on Freeman's home run, it looked like that's pretty much where Buster wanted him to throw that fastball.
I would agree with you. Again, Freddie's got that kind of power. When he talks about his hitting approach, it is up the middle left side. It's never to pull the ball. He lets his hands kind of just react to any pitch inside. He knows most pitchers are going to try to beat him away. Got to credit good hitting right there and a good approach.
And that'll end the inning. 2 runs, 3 hits after 1. It's the Braves 2 and the Giants nothing. Part of that Monday, May 14th through the 16th. The dynamic deal ticket offer is an $8 ticket. That's about as low as you're going to get. So visit sfgiants.com/dynamic deals to take advantage of these $8 offers. Here it's 2-0. So Fultonevich has a 2-run lead as Crawford's going to lead things off. Crawford, Jackson, Blanco. And the first pitch is wide to Brandon Crawford. You could tell towards the end of the homestand, Crawford was starting to hit the ball hard. Here he takes wide again. He's got a couple of lifetime home runs off of Fultonevich. 6 for 12 with a double and 3 home runs.
Does that count as ownage or no?
Yeah.
Okay.
There's a shot to right, and that's a base hit. You know, you're asking the wrong guy. 1 for me was ownage.
The Xfinity X1 customers say, show me the San Francisco Giants in your X1 voice remote and get live stats on your TV. Change the way you experience TV with Xfinity X1.
I'm thinking that's a Giants fan.
I certainly hope so.
I think. Here's Jackson. According to our notes, Jackson has not faced Fultonevich before. He's hitting .234 with 9 runs batted in. And he fouls this one off the screen, and it's no balls and 1 strike. Blanco on deck, and then Stratton. Freeman holding on Crawford. And a fastball for a strike. It's 0-2.
Velocity certainly isn't an issue right now for Fultonevich.
No.
On the ball really hard.
Just gear up for it. And another fastball at 97, and it's 1-2. Well, the Giants saw all these left-handers with good curveballs. Maybe a few saying, geez, I'd like to see a right-hander that throws hard. Well, if they did, then they got one tonight. 2-2. Here's Bochy in a kind of a good mood. Certain subjects he wasn't that happy about. And now full count.
Just think of the smile on his face that he'll have when he can get the club at full strength.
Yes. Good point.
Just when you get one body back, somebody else seems to go down with something.
See what Crawford does. 3-2. He does not go, and it's a walk. So a pretty nice at bat from Jackson. He fell way behind early. And here's Blanco. Gregor hitting right at 300. He's got 1 run batted in.
Blanco just looking to do a job here.
0 for 5 lifetime. And what does he do? He starts him off with an off-speed pitch.
Knowing you got Stratton up next, you want to get the RBIs now.
Yep. Oh for 5 in his career against Fultonevich. His Bobby mentioned Stratton on deck, and then the top of the order, Alan Hansen. But right now it's on Blanco. And it's 2-1.
Good take. Fulton-Awich having a little trouble finding the rhythm. There goes Flowers to go talk to him. Big fellas, when you put him in the stretch, sometimes it's hard to find that rhythm. It looks like he's there now.
He's throwing 32 pitches, equal amount of balls and strikes. So Flowers says, all right, let's go get him. Giants had 2 base runners on in the first, and now they got 2 on again here in the second. Base hit down the right field line. Now remember, Jackson can run, so Crawford's going to score, and they're going to wave in Jackson. And here's the throw. It will not be a throw, and this game is tied, and Blanco's on third.
That's a great at bat by Gregor Blanco. Got himself in a hitter's count, 2-1 count. Again, wanting to do the damage with Stratton coming up, takes the pressure off of Stratton now. You look at the pitch right here. They're trying to bury a breaking ball down, leaves it up. That's a sweet spot for any left-handed hitter. And Blanco just turns and burns right down the line. Markakis with a long run over there. You look, Gregor right here looking for the extra bases. He's not stopping, not breaking stride. Peeks over at Wotus just to make sure he's sending Jackson.
And it's almost as if he didn't trust Wody, and he took a peek himself.
He did. He did. But you'll take it when you're scoring runs.
Boy, yes, you will. Infield is in for Stratton.
Stress-free at bat for Stratton in a sense that he just wants to make contact.
So that ends the scoreless streak for the Braves at 19 2/3.
It's pretty good if you're into numbers.
Yeah. So into numbers I am. Can't tell you. 1 ball and 1 strike. Stratton pokes it foul.
I think that's a good poker face by Stratton, but that stung the hands a little bit.
You think?
Look, he's wiping the hand down the pan. Thankfully, it was the left hand.
Gregor's uni's dirty. He's happy. And he got him. Well, here you go, Mr. Hansen. See if you can give the Giants the lead. Hansen hit a fly ball to right in the first inning that was caught. He hits that ball in this spot, and the Giants will have the lead. And he takes outside for a ball, 1-0. Crawford a single, Jackson a walk, and then a triple by Blanco. Infield is in, as you would expect. And it's high again. Giants are getting some pitches now out of Fulton-Awich. That's 39. And a lot of them out of the stretch.
And up in the zone. He's very erratic for the way he's been throwing the ball all year. This is very unlike him.
And you can see now the frustration on Fulton-Awich. It's 3-0.
He's had 3 starts here, and he's gone 1-0, 16 innings, punched out 23 guys.
There's a strike. 3-1.
You could definitely see him searching, shaking his head. This is kind of where you can get a pitcher when he's going rapid fire. 1 finger down every time, getting heaters.
3-2. So time now to put the ball in play. If you're Alan Hansen. And a base hit. How about that? Placed it right past the bag at third.
He's not stopping either.
Hansen's going to have a double, and the Giants take the lead. Foltynewicz, I think, made the pitch he wanted to. But it got right in on the hands, and
threw the breaking ball, left it up, full count, trying to get the slider, trying to sneak it in there. Perfect placement. Can't hit it any better than that. Hansen with the go-ahead RBI.
so Hernandez, the pitching coach, is out.
That's her second visit this inning. Trying to settle down the big fella.
McCutchen drew a walk in the first. And the Braves will put the overshift on for McCutchen. Albies to the left of second base. And McCutchen takes low and away, 1-0. Suppose he to follow. Giants have scored 3 times here in the second. Not close. 2 balls, no strikes.
They're getting a lot of pitches out of him. He's out of whack mechanically. You can see it. Flowers is trying to play with him a little bit, trying to get the ball, stay center cut. He's not trying to get on the edges.
And a base hit to right field. And Hansen's going to be held up. Hansen did not quite get the read on that like we did. So nice at bat for McCutchen, and here's Buster Posey. Buster with a sharp line drive up the middle past Camargo for a base hit in the first.
Finally getting a little action in the Braves bullpen.
And that's reluctant action. So here's Buster. And it's just on the outside corner for a called strike. Not close. 1 ball and 1 strike. At third is Hansen. He owns a double in this game. At first is Andrew McCutchen. And the count is 1 ball and 1 strike to Buster Posey. Two balls and a strike.
Really falling off. He's shaking his head. He's frustrated. Rather than staying through Flowers, he's pulling off, flying up and falling towards the first base dugout. And Flowers again just trying to stay in the middle of the plate, trying to get the ball over the plate.
On the ground to third. They're going to come home, and now they're going to call Hansen out. I don't think there's any doubt they're going to look at it in the Giants clubhouse. But if it is indeed an out, that's a nice play by Batista.
Boch wants to take a look at it. Hansen saying he's been safe.
Yep, and they are going to look at it. I mean, that's a quick, we're going to take a look at it.
That's replay reviews presented by Xfinity. Batista comes up throwing. Flowers still trying to apply a tag, so he didn't think he got him.
I guess the review will be as if did Hansen touch the plate or not?
Oh, yeah. I'm not guessing because I'm bad at guessing that, but that, if you take a look right here, he gets that left hand on the dish. Yeah, for sure. And it doesn't look like Flowers even applies the tag because he goes back chasing him.
Oh, my goodness. Are you serious? This will be the fastest call of the year. Safe. So that's got to be fielder's choice RBI for Buster Posey, and the hitter's going to be Belt. So I'm going to just take the words from Mike Krukow for Jerry Lane. There goes his perfect game. Here's Belt. Well, hey, they want to get it right, and they did. Belt popped out to Batista in the first. And he flips one foul. And out of play. So Belt, who's got ownage on Fultonevich, is behind. No balls and one strike. McCutcheon and Posey are your base runners.
I got the overshift on. This is an extended bullpen right now for Fultonevich. He's
driven to right. Nobody's there. And it one hops the wall. McCutcheon will score easily. Posey stops at third. Belt's got a double.
ownage is ownage.
Ownage is ownage. Max Fried is in the bullpen. So here's Longoria now with runners at second and third in the infield in. I mean, here's where you can go from a big inning to a really big inning.
They want Fulte to get through this inning. He's up second. Giants are going to do whatever they can to make sure that doesn't happen.
And this pop-up is going to be out of play, and it's 0-1. Longoria hit the ball well, but he hit it right at Albies at second in the first. Crawford, who led off this inning, is on deck. Way outside. 1 ball and 1 strike.
Flowers is almost like a hockey goalie at this point. He's just trying to keep the ball in front of him the best he can, and it's awful hard to do when the guy's throwing 98 to 100.
Up the middle. They're going to go to first. Got him at first. A run comes in. It's 6-2. That turns out to be a pretty nice play by Albies.
I was just going to say that was very casual. Really great play. He's even taking a peek at it because he's not even sure what just happened. Chopper over the mound. He's thinking about even going to third base and then just turns back foot, flip to first, and just in time.
Yeah, the easier play may have been at third. So here's Crawford. And Crawford rolls this one to Freeman. And this is going to end the inning. So the Giants, who trailed 2-0, now come back and they score 6 times. And we'll head to the bottom of the second at 6-2 Giants.
Giants baseball on NBC Sports Bay Area is brought to you by the International Champions Cup. FC Barcelona versus AC Milan. Levi Stadium, August 4th, 5 p.m.
Here's Camargo. He will lead things off. Giants with a 6-2 lead. And Camargo takes a strike. He's at 261, a couple of home runs, 9 driven in. Giants saw Camargo last year playing at third base. And he flips one to left. Blanco's coming in, and that's going to fall. So all of a sudden we're at Coors Field. So the base hit for Camargo, that's the 4th hit. So Fultonavich is going to hit. Fultonavich is 2 for 11. So we'll see if he's up there to lay one down or take a rip. And he takes a strike, and it's 0-1.
If you're the Giants and you're looking at Stratton right after that long inning, you just want to focus on strike one. He's done that so far. Just get back into the zone with his stuff. Let it play.
0-2.
Shutdown innings, especially after you just scored 6, your offense is chomping at the bit to get back out there, get some swings going. No activity in the Braves' pen.
So Fultonavich is out. He's going to get booed on both ends. So the hitter down will be Inciarte. Inciarte. Usually you see him in the leadoff spot, and with the pitcher hitting in the 8th spot, the Atlanta Braves feel like he is hitting in the leadoff spot. So good solid player. And he drives this one right at Jackson. 2 outs.
Take the Giants on the go this season and stream the games on NBCSportsBayArea.com and the NBC Sports app, brought to you by your local NorCal Honda dealers.
Albies opened up the bottom of the 1st with a single, reached on second, and Jackson bobbled it in center field. And here he takes a low. 1 ball and no strikes.
This kid's got a lot of punch. He's 5'8", 165.
Yeah. Open stance. Where's the number 1? And he takes wide. 2 balls and no strikes.
He's tops in the league in all kinds of categories: runs scored, hits, doubles, homers. And he's from Curacao, so you know Bam Bam likes him.
Absolutely. Favorite player, probably. Here's the 2-0, and it's inside 3-0. There's Bam. I'm sure Bam Bam knew about this kid 15 years ago. And Stratton comes in with a strike. It's 3-1.
And if you're Strat, you're just looking to finish the inning here. Make these guys earn their way. Get them to roll over something.
Belt holding on. Camargo, and a roller foul. It's 3-2.
It's a good pitch. Pitcher's pitch down in the zone. hitter's dead red fastball. Give it to him, but give him in your location. Did it there. Got the rollover. Just foul. Look at it again. Target down. Puts in that spot. Nothing you can do there.
Here's the payoff. Camargo will go, and he got him, and that'll end the inning. Shutdown inning. Third inning coming up.
Welcome. Your Star Wars special event package includes a Giants Millennium Falcon t-shirt and a ticket to see the Giants take on the Rockies. Visit sfgiants.com/special events for tickets.
Here's Jackson. Giants lead 6-2. So Fultonavich figures he's got nothing to lose, right?
He's going to reach back, let her fly.
Jackson, Blanco, and Stratton. Here's where, if you can just even give your bullpen a couple of extra innings, then it's worthwhile having the manager leave you in. And plus, you got some time to work on some stuff. And this is right at Albies for out number one. Albies is still trying to figure out how he swung and missed at the last pitch to end the bottom of the first.
The 3-1 fastball that he got was even nastier.
Yeah.
Fouls it off, gets a piece, and then you look at the 3-2, cuts center cut to a guy that's seeing the ball the size of a.
So you put that in the scouting report?
Oh, that's in there. Bammer told him to throw it right there. He's got a hole in his swing right there.
Here's Blanco, had a big hit in the second. He tripled in 2 runs. Actually tripled in the 2 runs that tied the game. And then the Giants continued to add on. Stratton is on deck. We're in the top of the third. At the belt, 1-2. Blanco said, "No, I think that was high. Remember, I'm a little guy." I can't hit that pitch.
Jerry Lane has a tendency to get a little bit bigger with these left-handed batters up at the plate.
2-2.
Blanco right back in, digging in. Not intimidated by 97 at his neck.
Well, he's going to have to fight off that high fastball. And instead, he pulled the string on him. Second strikeout. And the hitter is Stratton. who was Fultonavich's first strikeout. So Stratton. I was just going to say, you know what, this might be a good time for Stratton just to take 3.
Or throw some head, kid.
See, I know this is why you love the game. Albie strikes out on a fastball right down the middle of the plate, and what does Stratton do? Serves one into right field.
Turns the lineup over. Sitting fastball, 93, just trying to get ahead of the third guy. He was throwing strikes this inning. Still doing it.
And here's Hansen, who takes a strike.
I'm kidding with Jerry's signal there.
I'm telling you, it's wearing me out.
Slow playing that signal.
Umpire a long time. It's 1-1 There's the side view of Jerry. McCutcheon's on deck. We're in the 3rd inning. It's this one on the ground, but Albies has got it, and that'll end the inning. No runs, a hit, 1 left. It'll be the beef coming up. It's 6-2 Giants.
Smith, and he said I would go 569 days before I step on a big league mound to face the Padres, and do that right there. Slap the glove, get fired up, and you should be fired up because that's brought to you by Togo's Pretzel Rami. Available now.
Yeah, well, it was a great moment. It was a really nice afternoon, and that topped it off because they worked very hard.
Oh, that's awesome. There he is.
Now just waiting.
Look at him. Just drinking in the big leagues. It's funny how much you miss it when you have to go get work done, or if you're down in the minors, whatever it might be.
Just don't feel like you're part of the group. That's the sad thing about it. So here's Acuna. Acuna hit a fly ball to deep center field that Jackson tracked down, and there's a called strike. On deck is Freeman, who hit a home run in the first inning. Giants with a 6-2 lead here in the third.
Buster sat way outside on that last breaking ball.
Pulled foul. Past longtime coach Ron Washington, manager of the Rangers when the Giants won the World Series 2010.
Good baseball man, good baseball smarts.
Yeah, has a lot of fun. 1-2 pitch. Foul back.
It's a good sequence right now by Stratton and Buster. That swing right there is just a protect swing, no legs in it. Just fouling it off. See if he tries to jam him again.
Buster's coming back, and this one's going to be out of play.
Not a whole lot of foul territory here. Not that he was going to make a play on that anyway, but very much a hitter's park.
Yes, it is. So 1-2 with Freeman watching. Sharply on the ground to Crawford. 1 out. And here's Freeman. John Miller is on assignment. Dave Fleming's here. He'll join Javi for innings 4, 5, and 6. I will head over to the KMBR side, which is right next door. And then I'll see you back here in the 7th inning. Here's Freeman. And Freeman takes high. Freeman hit his 5th home run of the year, an opposite field home run in the first inning. The overshift is on. The Giants clearly feel that if Freeman's going to hit the ball on the ground, he's going to pull it. Now, maybe when he hits it in the air, not so much. There's a call strike.
The next two guys, I mean, they're just amazing talents, amazing models of consistency. Freeman's averaged 143 games for his career. That's pretty darn good.
This is pulled foul. Watch where Buster Posey set up on this, and then watch what Freeman did with it.
Wanted the fastball up and away.
He may have wanted it, Javi, a little bit higher.
A little bit higher, but still, again, that's that's no easy feat. Being able to hit one out that way.
So it's low and in, 3-2. Stratton has not issued a walk. He's thrown 48 pitches. I would assume with a 4-run lead, this should be a strike. It is, and it's bounced foul.
And the confidence to go with a 3-2 breaker. Up 4. Knowing the kind of guy you're facing, that's really what it is. Having the trust that you're going to throw a strike, and knowing you're not going to lay in a cookie to a pro.
And now time is called. Popped up. Crawford, a long run, and Crawford's going to get there and make the catch. And that'll bring up Markakis.
Never a doubt.
Yeah, I tell you what,
There's a lot of ground to cover.
I trust Crawford with just about anything.
Yeah.
Plus, he'll tell you he was all-state in 2 positions in high school, quarterback and wide receiver. That's hard to do. He will tell you that he could throw the ball to himself. And then you're almost close to believing
that's
it. 1 ball and no strikes.
It's all about the sell.
Foothill High School, Pleasanton. Markakis rolled out to Crawford. And a strike.
Nice job by Buster there, waiting for that curveball to come back. Caught it right off the chest protector, let it break over the plate rather than reach for it.
Out of play, 1-2.
Markakis, a Woodstock, California guy. Another model of consistency. Since 2006, he's averaged 153 games a year. Over 2,000 hits.
Yeah, Dave Fleming was telling us that Joe Posnanski, the long, great baseball writer, wrote a column today. As this is hit into left center field. Jackson on the move, and it is gone. And it's 6-3. Markakis with his 6th of the year. It is a hot box. I mean, there's no doubt about it.
Hey, look at it. Hanging breaking ball, wants to back foot the breaker. Middle with it. Markakis, always known to drive the ball gap to gap, but he's hitting for power this year. Free agent push.
Here's Bautista. But I guess Joe Posnanski's, the article was about Markakis as a shot for 3,000 hits. And that would make it really interesting. Bautista doubled over the head of Jackson in the first inning. Fouls this one back. So Stratton got Acuna and Freeman, but could not get past Markakis. Ooh, 2-2.
Real nice breaking ball right there. Get back into the count. Take a look at it again. Late snap to it. Bautista was sold out, thinking his fastball.
And fouls this one at the plate.
Tried to double up with it.
In tight. Here's the payoff. Got him, and that'll end the inning. Dave Fleming will be in. I'll see you back here in the 7th. Giants lead this one 6-3.
Be in town Thursday, May 17th through Sunday, May 20th. On Saturday, the 19th, the first 20,000 fans will receive a Giants corduroy cap courtesy of Dignity Health. Tickets always available at sfgiants.com. And it is 6-3 as Giants lead the Braves with the beef of the order coming up. And to take us through that will be Dave Fleming.
Avi, good to be with you.
Great to be here.
Andrew McCutchen takes a strike. Fultonavich somehow is still in this game. Giants were on the verge of knocking him out. They've had good at bats against him the whole way through, including from this guy. It's 0-2. Now you live here in the area. I'm sure you and Kipe already discussed it, but we're just getting to know this park. This is only our second trip here. Is left center field, does it carry everywhere, or is that sort of the jet stream part of this park?
It's looking like that's the spot.
Here's the 0-2, and it's outside.
We were commenting on the fact that it was almost like Coors Field, where Camargo had the little flare that drops in. Now you got balls flying out. It's hitter friendly.
I mean, I knew both Freeman and Markakis hit it pretty well, but it was like the ball was never coming down. It was never going to come down. It just stayed up there forever. There is elevation here in Atlanta. McCutchen drives that one toward right center field. Markakis, though, will make the catch. I think it's a good sign that McCutchen's using right field a little more these days. He was pulling everything early in the year. He's retired for the first time. Posey comes up.
I'm seeing great swings from pretty much all the way down the order. I mean, he even had Stratton get into the hit parade. These guys are putting together some quality at bats. You saw it in the last homestand. And you never know after an off day what might happen, but they're off to a good start so far.
They took BP on the off day, I think. Okay, probably not.
Never know. Probably not, actually.
With some of these guys, you never know. There are some big league hitters these days who take regular batting practice, take extra swings before the game in the cage, take swings during the game in the cage. Posey lines a base hit. Buster's 2 for 3. You know, Bruce Bochy talks about it sometimes. He's not the only one. Joe Madden, I had a long conversation with him recently about this, of having to force some of his players to stop practicing so much, especially hitters, stop taking so many swings. He feels like over the course of the year you burn yourself out.
You do see that, and Madden obviously takes it to the extreme sometimes. I've talked to some of the guys that have been with him that he'll lock the doors. He'll lock the doors on him.
Brandon Belt takes a ball. I think Madden calls it American Legion week or something like that. Like, you know,
just show and go.
Yeah, you put on your uniform in the car and you show up and play. Sort of like when you were a kid. There's ball 2 to Belt.
You know, there's something to that. We're all creatures of habit, especially when you're in this demanding profession. You just start going out there and asking too much when sometimes your body just needs rest to recover and get back in a groove.
I remember sometimes at the park seeing Aaron Rowand looking like he had run one of Eric Burns's ultra marathons. He'd taken so many swings, sweat pouring off before the game.
It's not uncommon. That's why the only reason I chuckle.
Belt drives one to left, swinging away 3-0. Acuna gets there. Round number 2. Well, when you're as hot as Brandon Belt, you get that green light. 3-0. Belt hit it pretty hard.
He had some ownage on Fulte so far, so let it fly.
Not this time. 2 down for Evan Longoria. Posey's the runner at first. That's called a strike. Longoria 0 for 2 off the bat. Both times I thought he could have had a hit. He's driven in a run.
He tried the hard hit approach, and then he tried the soft. Albie's made that second one look real easy. That was really impressive, just being able to flip off that back foot, cross your body, throw a strike to Freeman.
They say he's a Gold Glove waiting to happen. He's also, well, was tied for the league lead in home runs and doubles.
Right.
So that's a pretty good combo. And he's 21.
21, and he's, again, not a big guy. 5'8", 165 pounds.
Longoria rips one to short. All right, he tried the hard hit approach again. That didn't work this time. He's 0 for 3. Giants don't score. They lead 6-3. Fans, you get to pick the most memorable. You can vote for tonight's matchup. Go to NBCSportsBayArea.com or on Twitter at NBCS Giants. Winner of this round will be announced tonight on Giants Post Game Live. We have a tough champion, 7-time winner Cody Ross. His 2 home run game against Roy Halladay, Game 1 of the National League 2010 National League Championship Series. So that's our reigning champ. You were there for that. I was there for that. That's hard to beat.
That's going to be hard to beat.
Buster looking like a kid in the dugout.
It's before all the white hairs got in there.
And we'll show you after this first hitter what our opponent tonight is for Cody Ross's 2 home run game. You and I were just talking about that the other day, that game, that night in Philadelphia.
Memorable day for you.
Unforgettable day. Really was. Tyler Flowers at the plate. He hits the first pitch from Stratton to left and pretty deep, where Blanco's got room for round number 1. Okay, so here's the other choice tonight up against Cody Ross's 2 home run game. Barry Bonds, not just against the Dodgers, but that incredible shot, and yeah, the pirouette. September of 1997, those memorable 2 games. And I love that moment, too.
Was that Chan Ho pitching there? I missed it. I think that might have been Chan Ho Park. Man. I mean, I'm partial. I'm partial to Cody.
You were there.
I can certainly see why people would love that pirouette.
I think Bonds will get some votes.
That might get him on Dancing with the Stars. We'll see.
Well, if he's not, this is the year for the athletes, right?
That's true. It is.
If he's not on this one.
Yeah, Kareem making moves right now. See what I did there? Making moves. Anyway.
Is that right? Is Kareem Abdul-Jabbar on there?
Yeah.
And he's doing well?
Yes.
Oh, I learned something. 2-0 to Camargo. Now I know what you've been doing with all your free time.
Yeah, not dancing is definitely one of them.
That's 3-0 to Camargo. Stratton could use a quick inning. That pitch count is climbing.
Yeah, he's been struggling with the mechanics just a little bit. He got an extra day's rest. He's on 5 days rest. So his arm's definitely fresher. It's just a matter of location suffering a little bit.
3-2. That's the start of a road trip. even though the off day yesterday, you're going to some hitter-friendly ballparks. You're without Bumgarner, you're without Cueto. Jeff Samardzija still not totally built up to full strength, so you figure the bullpen's going to be working pretty hard anyway. And that's ball 4. He misses high. A 1-out walk. So he's not going to, it doesn't feel like he's going to go particularly deep into this game, but you like to make sure he gets you into the 6th inning so you don't have to work everybody so hard right away. Foltynewicz, the pitcher, in that 8th spot. That's what makes that walk hurt even more, I think. You got the pitcher hitting 8th in this Braves lineup. Had a chance for a quick 1-2-3 inning.
I believe that's his first walk of the game. Not a great bookkeeper, but you know, now you've just made the decision easy for Folty. He's just going to try to lay a bunt down.
He bunts it foul. He couldn't get a bunt down in the 2nd. He is a guy who can swing the bat a little bit, so you do have to, if you come crashing in on the corners, the possibility exists that he shows you the bunt, pulls the bat back, and takes a swing at it.
And that's Buster. There you go. It's like you had an earpiece in a Buster telling him, watch the slash.
0-2. Well, Buster listens to me.
Yeah, he does, as he should.
Always fun, I think, to see Buster back here in his home state, although he didn't grow up in Atlanta, a few hours drive away, but lots of friends and family come to see him. He grew up a Braves fan. Foltynewicz is going to get booed again.
They're not booing. They're just going Folty. That's all they're doing.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
I'll tell you what, the Braves went from a rebuilding fan base to some high expectations. Foltynewicz has been booed 3 different times in this game.
Yeah.
They're 19-11. They're in first place. They're riding high. They're a little cranky tonight.
They're packing it in.
Packed in tonight.
Packed house tomorrow. Sunday, we were told it's supposed to be another good day.
Here's Inciarte, runner at first, 2 down. He takes low, ball 1. Braves fans, Atlanta sports fans get knocked, and the Braves, yeah, it's true they didn't sell out some playoff games in their run of success every year for more than a decade, but this is a great baseball town. There are a lot of baseball fans here. The Braves have fans all over the South. It's been a lean few years. They're excited to have a good team again.
They're athletic. They're young. They're athletic. They're aggressive. They're going to make mistakes, but they're gonna go for it, and that's what you saw already. They're putting pressure on the defense. You saw it in the 1st inning. Albie's first hit goes.
Wow.
Yeah, to lead off the game, he wasn't stopping. Take another look at this breaking ball. Buster waiting on it. Jerry wasn't having it though.
Jerry's saving his energy. Here's a foul off to the left. It's 2-2.
You got to conserve it in this heat.
I mean, it's really incredible, this Braves offense. 1st in average, 1st in on base, 1st in slugging, 2nd in runs per game. They run also, the steals, so they got the power, the speed. Batting average and slugging, it's them, and nobody else is even close.
It's really amazing when you look at it, and they're the 5.5, over 5.5 they're scoring a game is again close to number 1. When you look at what they've done, they've also walked the most amount of guys as far as their pitching staff. They've walked the most amount, but they're just outscoring so many that they're able to cover up. Their plus minus, I think, was 57 coming into the game today.
And Chris Stratton right now is a little bit of a mess with his command. That's his 2nd walk of the inning. Posey's coming out. This is danger time. You get a 6-3 lead, 2 outs. We're at the bottom part of the order, but 2 walks means now you got to deal with the big boys.
And I don't mind that meeting at all. Settle them down. You got a hot hitter, but he's also an aggressive hitter. So just make him hit your pitch. swung through a 3-2 fastball last time. But I think Stratton, if he had his choice, he'd rather just work ahead in the count and make him chase something, because he's looking to do damage.
2 on, 2 out. That curveball, which is supposed to be a get it in kind of curveball, though with Albies, maybe there's a little different strategy how aggressive he is. It missed. I'm not sure you can use just the pure drop it in and assume he's not going to swing against this guy. He hits that one to first, kind of a tricky hop belt, and Stratton found the bag for the out.
Wow.
That turned into a pretty nice play on both ends. And a sigh of relief. It's still 6-3 Giants.
Or when you served, we stand ready to serve all military families.
Beautiful night here in Atlanta, Georgia. Giants starting a 3-game weekend series against the Braves. Dave Fleming, Javi Lopez from what they call Sun Trust Park. Second year of this almost brand new ballpark. Brandon Crawford against Mike Fultonavich. Giants offense has been very impressive. They lead 6-3. Crawford's hit the ball hard twice. 1 for 2 with a single that started a 6-run second. And finally, Brandon, after a first month that just was, for him, by his standards, he struggled so much. His swings have been a lot better, and he looks like he's ready to come out of his funk.
He's swinging aggressively, getting the front foot down and going.
He lines that one to center field. Leadoff hit for Crawford. So he's 2 for 3. The race for the Triple Crown begins with the most exciting 2 minutes in sports. The Kentucky Derby tomorrow, 11:30 a.m. on NBC Pacific time, of course, part of NBC Sports Championship season. Brought to you by Woodford Reserve. Not that I was paying close attention to that, but yeah, I did notice that. You got a pick for the Derby?
A mint julep. That's what I got to pick.
Oh.
I don't have a pick. I'm going to wait.
You haven't thought about it enough?
I haven't thought about it.
The favorite is Justify.
That's it?
Justify is the favorite. Pretty strong favorite. Considered maybe not generational talent, but a very talented horse.
Mudda's a Mudda. Loves the slop. Should be a good day, actually.
I don't think there's
right?
good. I don't think it's a muddy day. No.
It's supposed to be a great day. That'll be fun.
The horse that's from Ireland, named Mendelssohn. That's my pick.
That's your pick?
Yep. 5-1, a little better odds. I like Ireland.
Who wouldn't?
It's 1-1 to Austin Jackson.
Mendelssohn. All right. You're selling, I'm buying.
First one's on me. Jackson's had 2 good plate appearances. He's walked, scored a run, lined out. Takes strike 2.
Really impressive walk when he had it. Fell behind, able to battle back.
Foltynewicz, this will be pitch number 90. Did not seem like he was going to make it in the game this long. Back in that second inning, misses way outside. It's been amazing. His slider coming into tonight, 71% of his sliders have been strikes, whether called or swinging, and he has not thrown strikes with that pitch all night long.
He's really fallen off mechanically, really fallen off the first base. I mean, he naturally does that anyway, but it's just much like Stratton, not been able to find that groove. And he'd been throwing the ball well at home.
He's taken a big step forward this year. I mean, he's always had talent. He's had some bursts of success. He's been really good. Jackson strikes out swinging. He took something off at 93.
Yeah, pretty nasty two-seam action going there on that fastball. You watch this pitch, Flowers setting down and in. Ball's just diving in there. Really got on top of that one well.
So 1 out, Gregor Blanco, who had, if not the biggest hit, certainly one of them, 2-run triple in that 6-run inning. Really set the stage for the big inning.
It was one of those at bats when we were talking about it, Kipe and I, that when you have the pitcher on deck and you had a couple guys on, you want to be the guy that's going to get some damage in, because obviously Stratton isn't, although he has a hit tonight, he's going to probably be in a bunting situation or trying to do something like that and get the lineup turned over. But Blanco being able to wrap that double down the line or triple down the line was great.
Floats that one to left field. Acuna 2 down. Not this time for Gregor, who came up with the Braves, was signed by them, developed by Atlanta, made his major league debut, spent his first 3 big league seasons with Atlanta. I mean, it used to feel like a bigger deal when he would come back here against his original organization. He's been gone from the Braves for so long. Maybe it's still a big deal to Gregor. 2 down for Stratton, who does have a hit in this game. Runner at first, 2 outs. After a while, did that wear off for you?
I think it just does after a while. You do, I guess maybe you have some fond memories, but at some point you just end up moving on.
He still knows some folks. Brian Snitker, the manager, around the cage during batting practice. Blanco was checking in with him.
Well, Snitker's been in the organization for
a long time.
I want to say almost 40 years, if not more. So he's, there you go, 42.
A lifer, so to speak. Stratton goes down swinging. Leadoff single, but the Giants don't score. Middle of the 5th, 6-3 Giants.
by Big O Tires. Tires, service, straight talk. Big O Tires, the team you trust.
Giants 6, Braves 3, bottom of the 5th here. In between innings, my favorite in-ballpark entertainment in the big leagues, the freeze. This was not one of his more challenging races.
No.
The freeze has lost a few times in the last 2 years when they've started this. The general concept, in case you're wondering what the heck is the freeze, they pick a fan. Both guys start at the same starting line. You basically run foul line to foul line along the warning track, but the fan gets a huge head start. And the joke is, can the freeze catch him, track him down? And almost always, yes. My goodness. The freeze can't even run that fast. Acuna just smoked one. What a play by Longoria. Wow.
That's how you win Gold Gloves right there. He's still not sure what happened. Look at him. He's looking to the bench. Bench is razzing him a little bit. That's one of those you just put the glove and hope for the best. That can't stop. Oh, yeah.
Woo.
Good Wilson commercial right there.
The glove held up. A lesser piece of equipment would have evaporated. Freeman, that's where he hit his home run back in the first inning. This one just a little bit short, 2 down.
Pitcher's best friends. 2 pitches, 2 outs. Talking about that quick inning. Stratton's got to be more focused now than ever. When you get those 2 quick outs, you're like, oh, here we go. This will be an easy inning. They can quickly get away from me. So hopefully he stays in that zone. Keeps attacking the zone. 6 homers for this guy already.
Nick Markakis hitting .339. He's 34 years old. He's been around forever.
He had 8 home runs last year.
Yeah, he's always been kind of a gap hitter,
Yeah.
doubles hitter, never been a big home run hitter. I say never, not recently. Takes a strike from Stratton.
Over 2,000 hits coming into the season.
You know, Joe Posnanski, great baseball writer. He's close to 2,100 now. This is his 13th year. And he's only 34 years old. Posnanski wrote today, I think it was, in the last couple days, about the possibility that Nick Markakis gets to 3,000 hits. I think it's Bill James who has some sort of calculator of age and threshold and health history and whatnot.
Not surprised.
And he gives Markakis a 25% chance of getting to 3,000 hits.
He's averaged 153 games, 171 hits, 36 doubles, 73 RBIs, and 80 runs scored since 2006.
That's more than a decade.
It's pretty good. Pretty good baseball card stats you got going there.
Really good. He's never made an all-star team. He's never gotten a single vote in the MVP voting.
He's got 2 Gold Gloves, doesn't he?
He does.
All right. Well, there you go. There's some hardware.
Like, what happens if he gets to 3,000 hits? Is he going to the Hall of Fame?
That is the benchmark number. I don't see why you wouldn't.
Well, here we go with Stratton. Chance for the quick inning. Now it's 3-2.
Because there's always that argument of the compiler, but you're always going to be a compiler. That's part of being a Hall of Famer.
That one towards left center. Jackson got a good jump, good read, makes the catch, and that does count as a quick inning for Chris Stratton. On to the 6th. Still 6-3 Giants.
special event package includes a ticket to see the Giants take on the Rockies and a Filipino Giants t-shirt. Reminder, to receive the t-shirt, you'll need to purchase the special event ticket. Visit sfgiants.com/special events for tickets.
Well, here we go to the 6th inning, 6-3, Giants over the Braves, and a new pitcher when it's time for a change. Think Speedy Oil Change and Auto Service, your oil change tune-up and brake experts. It is the Sidewinder, Peter Moylan, right-hander for the Braves, out of their bullpen. Facing the top of the Giants order, Hanson, McCutchen, Posey. This is the 15th appearance already for the veteran Peter Moylan.
He's a two-pitch pitcher. You're going to see sinkers, a lot of arm side action, and a slider to back that up. And I say that, and he throws a changeup. So there you go.
That's Javi Lopez, folks.
Quality analysis when you need it.
Peter Moylan, who is 39 years old.
Been around a long time.
He lives in Duluth. Is that near you?
That is near me, yes.
Yeah, you could go visit someday, have a cup of coffee maybe in the morning.
Why not?
Find out how long he's been throwing that changeup. Ball 2 to Alan Hansen.
Need something to get the left-handers out. I get it.
He's a native of Australia. A long way from home. Three and one. I was really impressed with Hansen's at bat in the 2nd inning. Not only did he slash that ball past the drawn-in infield for a double, then I thought pretty good base running to get to 3rd, and then a slide home.
The slide home was nice.
Was a really good slide on the ground up the middle. Here's Albies, a little double clutch, and that's going to cost him the chance to get the out. He is fast, Alan Hansen. Well, our smart play brought to you by your Northern California Ford dealers. It is the slide.
The fact that he knew that he was safe, that's because everyone thinks I always get it right. That's just the standard issue. But come up with the safe sign, gets the challenge call quick review too.
Yeah,
New York, that was impressive.
Good job, New York. I mean, it was pretty clear once. I kept looking at the replay. You guys showed it a couple times right away, and I kept thinking, well, how did Jerry Lane not call it? Did I miss something? Is there something there that I'm not seeing? But no, safe. Ooh. He just got picked off. Ooh. Now Jose Aguasil says no. He thought he got back. Alan Hansen, he didn't come up saying safe. He wasn't quite so sure. Giants are going to look. Allen's going to hope. Oh, he's out.
Good snap throw. Good pick.
All right. Well,
I didn't think he was even going anywhere. I think he's just a standard lead.
He's not perfect, Alan Hansen. I still think you see some of the tools that made him a big prospect. He was a big prospect. A teammate of Andrew McCutchen briefly in Pittsburgh.
Yeah. It's a tough one. You don't want to waste a leadoff or base runner.
Especially with guys who've been swinging the bats real well, and McCutchen and Posey coming up. Playing in a park which is geared for offense against a team that leads the league in hitting and home runs and slugging and a lot of different offensive categories. 2-0. Ball 3.
You look at Moylan here. Snap throw. It doesn't get much better than that. Kind of caught Hansen with both feet in the air. Wasn't able to get back. Great tag.
Fultonevich had a good pickoff move. Now Moylan comes in out of the bullpen with a good move.
Yeah.
And the first baseman does have to be good at that too.
Especially a right-handed one.
That's ball 4. Andrew McCutchen draws another walk. He's been doing a lot of that lately, and I mean that as a compliment. He's had a lot of good at bats.
If you're the Giants, you want to add on. You want add-on runs. When you got an offense, you're facing the best offense in all of baseball.
mean, it makes that pickoff. You don't know how the sequence is going to get played out.
Sure.
It doesn't necessarily mean that he would have walked McCutcheon if Hansen were still over there. But if you're in that dugout, you're thinking, man, now it really hurts. Posey is swinging the bat extremely well again. It's that one hard but foul. Braves have already had 7 come from behind wins this year. We're barely into May. Those can be, you trail at any point of the game, but still, it does demonstrate an ability to be explosive late in the game.
And a confidence that they have in their lineup. And that's why, again, these add-on runs, if you can get a couple, pay off.
They're playing Posey to pull. He hit his last base hit into right field. A rare swing that looked like that from Buster.
That's the old setup.
Yep. Looked bad.
Oh, yeah.
Now they think they got me.
See if they fall for it.
Willie McGee. They always used to say Willie McGee was great at that. Just look horrible. Then he'd get the next pitch and smoke a triple into the gap. 1-2. On the ground, Bautista, Albies, got him, double play. Well, the Giants get a hit and a walk, but they don't score. We'll go to the bottom of the 6th. Stratton back to the mound, 6-3 Giants.
Brought to you by Heffernan Insurance Brokers. Insurance and financial services for you and your business. Visit hefins.com. And by Xfinity. X1 will change the way you experience TV.
Nice ballpark here in Cobb County, Georgia, SunTrust Park. Giants with a 6-3 lead over the Braves. Jose Bautista making his Braves debut tonight. Doubled in his first Atlanta at bat. Giants bullpen is having a workout session.
They sure are.
That's like a class. Oof. Who's the leader of the Jazzercise or whatever they're doing?
Look at Will Smith going with the Carmelo Anthony. I like it.
Well, it's chilly tonight here in Atlanta. It's 82 degrees.
We're on top of a hill. It happens.
Bautista trying to launch one there. 2-1. Braves bullpen is working too. Jesse Biddle is getting loose out there. Bautista with a double and a strikeout. Braves are just taking a shot to see if maybe he can help them. 2-2.
Yeah, that's the pitch that he's had trouble with. Last year was really funny. The fastball he's hitting for his career. He's almost a 250 hitter with the fastball, doing damage.
Strike 3 called.
As he strikes out on a breaking ball, but last year he hit 198. Slug like right around 300. He can't catch it. He wasn't catching up to the heater. I think that was one of the issues with him trying to get a job in the offseason.
And one thing we saw with Mark Reynolds of the Rockies, we saw it with Chris Carter, Jose Bautista. If the home run is the only thing you're doing these days, 5 years ago, you're getting a contract, period. Because teams were desperate for power. Now, with everybody hitting home runs, you better do something else. And Bautista's defense has slipped. He was DHing a lot in Toronto. On base went down. The batting average went down. The home run only guys were having a hard time finding jobs this offseason. Flowers takes strike 2. Might be a nice positive thing for Chris Stratton if he can figure out a way through this 6th inning. Just high. I think no matter what, this would probably be his final inning.
Yeah, Will Smith getting loose.
Carmelo out there in the bullpen, over the leap of Hansen into right center field. And Flowers has his 2nd hit of the year. He's just getting healthy and back in the Braves lineup.
Yeah, they had 4 different catchers in the first week of the season. Chris Stewart, former Giant, was up here for a minute. Take a look at Smitty right there getting loose.
Chris Stewart has had a nice big league career.
He really has. He's now down in AAA, down in Gwinnett, the Stripers.
For a guy who, when the Giants traded for him or picked him up years ago, and he first came to spring training, and I don't mean this because Chris had turned into a guy who could really help a team with the bat, had some big hits for the Giants. His first plate appearances in the Cactus League, it looked like he was never going to get a hit. He's had a nice long big league career.
Yeah, he's always known as a catch and throw guy. One of the fastest pop times down to second base. And I actually played with him in AAA in 2006 with the White Sox. And that was a reputation that he's the guy that's going to call you a good game. And if you give him a chance, he's going to throw runners out for you. And it's not that he has a strong arm. It's that he's got an accurate arm and it's quick.
On the ground to Belt. He's going to get the force at second. That's one. Back to first with Belt covering. Double play. I don't think there's any middle infield that does that better. Belt's got the great arm. The double play means Stratton's through 6. Kike will come back and join Javi. 6-3 Giants.
office or on the go with MLB.tv. Your subscription includes MLB At Bat Premium, allowing you to watch live baseball on your favorite supported devices. Blackouts and other restrictions apply. Visit MLB.tv for details. The score is Giants 6, Braves 3 here in the top of the 7th. And when it's time for a change, think Speedy Oil Change and Auto Service, your oil change, tune-up, and brake experts. Taking the mound for the Braves is Jesse Biddle. And coming back into the booth to take us through the final few innings, Dwayne Kuiper.
Happy to be here as Biddle will face Belt. It's got a good ring to it.
You make a good play on defense, you lead off the next inning. What happens?
Go on. And a strike to Belt. Belt's had a nice game. He's 1 for 3. Longoria on deck. The pitch. Belt waves at that pitch. 0-2.
Biddle's primarily a 2-pitch guy. You're going to see fastballs, sliders, mid-velocity, mid-90s velocity out of this guy.
Flowers asked for that pitch way off the plate, and that's exactly where he got it. It's 1-2 to Belt. And Belt missed it. And now Flowers has got to throw him out, and he does. This is a pretty play of this 3-6-3.
Fleming mentioned it before he left. This is a very underrated, I shouldn't say underrated first baseman, but this infield, these guys can make some plays, and it's nice to watch. And I know that guy's excited about it. Got him through the inning, got him through a clean inning, and now you can turn it over to your bullpen.
Longoria is 0 for 3. And he takes one high and wide with Crawford on deck.
Longoria's tried the hard contact, the soft contact, then he tried the hard contact again. At this point, might as well bunt.
Yep. Inside corner, 1 ball and 1 strike. He did pick up an RBI in the 2nd on a ground ball to second that Albies made a nice play on. There's a strike to make it 1-2. Tap foul. So we'll do it again. Dyson getting loose. Longoria trying to get something going with the 1 out. Taps it to third. Maybe he will. We'll see. There's the throw. He beat it out. There you go.
Went back to the soft contact.
So a base hit that Longoria will be thrilled about.
No question. Look at him right there, booking it out of the box. Batista. I mean, he's going to get it. He's sniffing a hit right there, right out of the box. Head down. Finishes through the tape. Finds himself at first. He's hoping to be there a couple more times today.
Absolutely. Crawford's been swinging the bat. He's 2 for 3. And he a little tardy on this one, and it's no balls and 1 strike. Jackson on deck. Biddle throws, swinging a drive to right, hit way back, out of here. He has been swinging it, and the Giants tack on 2 more. His third of the year for Crawford. So you go infield hit, big fly.
Great piece of hitting there. Just you were talking about earlier in the game. Last homestand, really finding his rhythm. Gets a middle breaking ball, hangs, gets the foot down, recognizes it, and it's gone.
Here's Jackson, who takes high, 1 ball and no strikes. Jackson is 0 for 2. He walked and scored in the second. I'm not sure what a comfortable lead is in this park.
Yeah, exactly. You want all you can get. Add on runs though late in the ball game. That's how you want to draw it up.
So 1-2. Tardy on the swing is Jackson.
Oh, there's a good hair flip for everybody. Drives the ladies crazy.
1-2. 2 balls, 2 strikes.
Good to see him smiling. Forget about April.
Yep. 2-2. 1 out. Foul back. It's been Fultonavich, Moyland, and now Biddle. And it's a full count. Jackson trying to reach. Here's the pitch. Foul back. I mean, Biddle's he's not flipping it up there. I mean, that's 94, 95.
Jackson's been putting some good swings together tonight. A good line out in the third. Great at bat to draw the walk to get that whole thing going, or keep it going in the second.
No swing and the walk.
That's one you'll gladly take.
Hey, there's blooper. Is that the first we've ever seen a blooper? I don't remember a blooper here.
Yeah, I think that's.
For me, that might be my maiden voyage with blooper.
Yoda's not interested.
So here's Blanco. Blanco takes outside and high. 1 ball and no strikes. They say he's a rook. So 1 ball and no strikes to Blanco, who's 1 for 3. Blanco a little tardy. 1 ball and 1 strike. Got to get her going a little sooner. Ciarte shading Blanco towards left center field. A 1-2.
I'm interested to see how blooper feels mid-July, late August.
Well, what I want you to do is come out and just get into that uniform.
I'll give you a live feed. Don't worry.
Oh. Blanco strikes out. That's the second out here in the 7th. Yeah, I have to believe that you got to go through.
There's a couple of
5 a year. Either that or your dry cleaning bill is huge. Here's Gorkis Hernandez. So shut the books on Slayton. Or Stratton, I beg your pardon. coming up with 2 outs, and Jackson at first. And the first pitch runs inside for a ball. 1 ball and no strikes. Alan Hansen is on deck. Beautiful night. And a shot caught at third by Batista, and that'll end the inning. Giants do add 2 here in the 7th on the Brandon Crawford 2-run home run. It's bye-bye baby. And as we head to the bottom of the 7th, it's 8-3 Giants. Local Toyota dealer. So Fultonavich and Stratton were your starters. The Giants dropped the 6th spot on Fultonavich in the 2nd after the Braves had scored 2 in the 1st. Stratton settled down, gave up a home run later on, and Crawford knocked it out of the park in the 7th, and that's where the Giants are. They lead 8-3. When it's time for a change, think Speedy Oil Change and Auto Service. Your trusted oil change, tune-up, and brake experts. It's Will Smith coming into the game.
Smith coming in, making his 2nd outing on his comeback trail, and nobody's more excited to see him on the mound than probably his friends and family, since he's from this area. Nice for him to be able to pitch in front of the home crowd.
Facing the former Giant Charlie Culberson. And a shot up the middle for a base hit. And it gets away from Gorky Hernandez, and Culberson is on second. Just into the game. Sometimes you get a little snake action, and I don't know if that was it or not. I'm going to give Gorky the benefit of the doubt because he is really good out there. So now Smith will face Inciarte with Culberson at second base. And it's a bit wide. 1 ball and no strikes. Inciarte is flied out to center, and he's drawn a walk. Smith looks to second, and there's a little flip job foul into the first row. Giants fan had it, and then he didn't have it. Yeah, I lost in the lights. That's exactly what I would have said.
Yeah, you better be saying that.
And I have said it.
Oh,
My bad.
the beer stayed upright, though. That's what matters.
That's what counts. Here's the 1-1. Low. They just handed us a note. 41,807. That's the largest crowd in the history of this old ballpark. 41,807. 2 balls and a strike. Hit high into right center field. Who's it going to be? It's going to be McCutcheon. He will make the catch. Culberson will trot over to third. That's why that 90 feet on the air by Hernandez makes such a big difference. So here's Albies. Albies had a base hit in his first at bat. Since then he's struck out and he's rolled out to Belt. And a strike at the knees. So Albies,
real nice pitch.
Witnessing him now as a switch hitter. Puts this one right at Gorkis Hernandez. He will make the catch. Culberson will tag at third. So the run scores, but more important, they keep Albies off the bases. So sacrifice fly, and here's Acuna. Acuna has hit the ball hard 3 times. He's 0 for 3.
And the Giants are just fine with that.
Absolutely, and he's about to be 0 for 4 on this pop-up to Longoria, and that'll end the inning. After 7 innings here at SunTrust Park, it's 8-4 Giants.
Giants may not be reproduced or retransmitted in any form, and the accounts and descriptions of this game may not be disseminated without the express written consent of the San Francisco Giants Baseball Club, LLC.
8-4 Giants. When it's time for a change, think Speedy Oil Change and Auto Service, your trusted oil change tune-up and brake experts. There's your new pitcher, Max Fried.
coming on for the 4th time. Limited work. Not a whole lot of reps. He's coming in here to get in some reps, and he's going to see a fastball, low to mid-90s, and a curveball about mid-70s.
Facing Hansen, who now is hitting right-handed, and a called strike. Hansen's got 2 hits tonight. He's got an RBI, and he's been picked off. Tardy, nothing in 2. Rangy lefty with a nice loose arm.
83rd in the top 100 prospects MLB.com list, and the guy's got ability.
Wow. Lifted out to left for Acuna. 1 out. So here's McCutcheon. McCutcheon's had an all-around nice game. He walked twice, singled.
He's seen a lot of pitches. He's done well.
Here he looks at a strike from Fried.
Oh, my favorite warm-up style right there. The double lefty. The double lefty warm-up.
Hit up the middle. And they're going to throw him out. And that was Albies coming over from short. Even though it'll go 4-3. Wasn't always. Because here's the play made by Albies. You see, he does have to go a long way. It wasn't always just you and Affelt, was it?
No.
You always had a few other lefties down there.
Maharis would make sense. Of Maharis down there.
Yeah.
Dan Runsler.
Here's Buster. 2 hits, 4 at bats. And he hits a high fly ball down the right field line into that corner, and it's caught by Markakis to end the inning. Almost had one. 8-4 Giants. A different time, 4 p.m. pregame live, an hour-long pregame. It will start at 3, and it's right here on NBC Sports Bay Area, also streaming live on the NBC Sports app. Tony Watson is a new pitcher. When it's time for a change, think Speedy Oil Change and Auto Service, your trusted oil change tune-up and brake experts. He's had a great year.
He really has thrown the ball very, very well. Great signing for the Giants, and in here to do his thing. Come in and get some outs. Move it along.
Facing Freeman, Markakis, and then Batista. Freeman hit an opposite field home run in the first. He's 1 for 3. So foul at the plate. 1 ball and 1 strike. So Stratton and then a couple of lefties. Swing. You're gonna miss. The opposite field home run I was talking about came off of Stratton in that first inning. Freeman seemed to think that he might have got it.
Blanco gave it a chance. He was tracking it.
Got him. Were there any years that separated you and Watson? Or you weren't together, were you?
No, he was in the minor leagues at the time when I was with the Pirates in 2010. I think the most I saw him was in spring training.
Here's Markakis.
There was a time as a free agent they wanted me to sign back with Pittsburgh to help him. I said, this guy doesn't need any help.
Yeah.
He's way better than me.
Pitches wide to Markakis, who also had an opposite field home run. This was a solo home run in the third. 8-4 here in the 8th inning. Good pitch to Markakis, who's just a solid good hitter his entire career. All those years with the Orioles, and now doing the same here in a Braves uniform. On the ground, and this is going to take a bad hop, and Markakis is going to reach. Longoria hasn't had a whole lot of luck with hops lately. Oof. This had just jumped up at the last second. So here's Batista.
Look at that hop, handcuffed him.
Yep.
Heel the glove.
So they're going to hard to punish a pitcher by giving Markakis a base hit, but on the other hand, it's hard to punish an infielder. Swing, gonna miss. 1 ball and 1 strike. And a bit wide. Flowers is on deck. Hit out to right for McCutchen. And McCutchen will put it away. 2 outs. And here's the catcher. Flowers had fallen behind to Stratton in the 6th inning, and it looked like Stratton was going to get it, but he ended up getting a line drive right over Hansen at second base for a hit. So here's Flowers. And Watson right off the bat starts him off with a strike. Camargo would hit if Flowers extends the inning. We're in the 8th. And a little pop-up out of play. It's 0-2. We mentioned tomorrow night. Game will start a half hour earlier. 4 o'clock back in the Bay Area. Ty Block will be on the hill for the Giants against Brandon McCarthy, who's 4-0.
Yeah.
Which he's very capable of being 4-0. The Dodgers probably hoping that he was 4-0 in a Dodger uniform, because that's where he came from. And then Andrew Suarez will pitch on Sunday.
There's Block taking in the sights, sounds, and smells of SunTrust.
I just see 3 lefties in a row there with Suarez and Holland, and that'll end the inning. So we will head to the 9th. Another strong outing for Watson.
Season of the NBC Sports Bay Area All-Star Teacher Program, recognizing teachers that make a difference. The winner receives $20,000 for his or her school. Visit NBCSportsBayArea.com and vote.
And vote. 8-4 Giants. Freed to face Belt. And Belt takes a strike. Belt is 1 for 4. And the next pitch is high. Longoria on deck, and then Crawford. And Belt looks at one, and it's 1-2. Now the overshift. Camargo moves to the right of second base, and Belt takes a bit high. 2 balls, 2 strikes. That's a healthy 95-mile-an-hour fastball from Freed.
Just 190 pounds, skinny little guy. For being almost 6'5", I think.
Belt gets a breaking ball, and he missed it. First strikeout for Freed, and here's Longoria. Longoria with an infield hit in the 7th, and he was on when Crawford knocked it out of the ballpark. This is as close as Longoria is going to get. Well, that's not true. The Giants play in Miami too, where he played all those years with Tampa. An adjustment. It took him a little while. He's a good pro. 1 ball and 1 strike. Giants trying to get to 500 on the road. They're 6-8. The 2-1, and Longoria hits a drive down the right field line. Hit well and out of here.
Wow. What a park.
So Longoria with his 7th of the year.
That was awesome. 2-1. Gets the off speed.
Just kind of clipped it, huh?
Yeah. Hit it where it's pitched. He's got power to all fields, and he just showed it right there. Heads up.
Here's Crawford. Crawford goes the other way. And this one, however, is hit right at Acuna. Crawford was headed for a 4-hit game on that line drive. But it's nice to see his swing back. And the Panda's going to hit. So here's Sandoval. Sandoval hitting for Watson. And a called strike. Did you see replays of him pitching, or did you see it live?
Oh, I watched it live. Yeah. And I was thoroughly impressed. Very sound mechanically.
Batista is going to finally wrestle it and throw him out. We'll talk about that when we come back. Here's the home run by Longoria. He goes the opposite way. He hits his 7th, and it's bye-bye baby. And it brings it back to a 5-run lead for the Giants. It's 9-4. it'll be Sam Dyson. So Sam Dyson will take the hill.
Coming on for the 15th time. Look at the numbers there. Had a solid start to the year. Really starting to throw the ball the way he was throwing at the end of last year. Commanding all his stuff, throwing strikes, getting the sinkers to sink, pitching down in the zone, and he's looking to clean it up right here.
So it'll be Camargo to lead things off. And the first pitch is wide to Camargo, who's been on base twice. Preston Tucker is on deck. He's a pinch hitter. And it's high, 2-0. Dyson wanted it. Probably Buster did too. And a 4-pitch walk.
That's not what you're looking for to start the ninth. Buster quickly out there with the meeting. Just to get him locked back in and ground ball pitcher. So let's look for one.
So here's Tucker. And then Inciarte, and then the top of the order. So it's up to Dyson to get one in the strike zone and settle him down. And he does, and it's 0-1. Tucker's got 3 home runs this year. He's got 18 runs batted in. And Dyson throws high to even the count. It gives you an idea of what this Braves offense has been all about. And here's a guy that you haven't heard that much about. He's got 18 runs batted in.
Yeah, a lot of guys playing at a high level.
High level. Foul back, 1-2. And this ballpark is going to obviously generate more offense than you're going to get at AT&T Park. I don't think you can discount what these Braves hitters have done to start out the season.
Yeah, definitely. Preston Tucker reminds me a lot of Connor Gillespie reaching down and grabbing the dirt. No batting gloves.
I miss that guy, Connor.
Yeah. Solid teammate. Good dude.
And on the ground, Longoria to Crawford gets to turn it and a double play. And that's your
standard
casual 5-6-3 double play.
Yeah, just your standard 5-6-3.
But I want to talk about, go back to Pablo. Those things always are kind of like a disaster waiting to happen. And it was quite the contrary with him. I mean, he was throwing strikes.
Throwing strikes with good mechanics. The ball wasn't, he wasn't throwing the ephus in there that you see a lot of times. He was putting something on it. 87, 88.
Inciarte rolls it foul.
And living at the knees too with a nice little breaking ball.
Yeah, really worked really fast.
He did.
I mean, I'm thinking if he actually tried to get both cheeks into it, he could have gone to maybe 90.
Nah, easy now. Easy.
Both cheeks, not just one.
Okay, all right.
There's this It's 0-2.
But like the way you guys touched on it, I think you saw nothing but smiles, some laughter, and I definitely think there was carryover. And boys had a good time.
You can end up having fun in a laugher where you're at the worst end of the laugher. 0-2 pitch. Down low, 1-2. Giants are trying to close this first game out. Trying to snap this Braves 5-game winning streak. And they're trying to do it right here with Inciarte at the plate, who's 0 for 2. Outside, 2 balls, 2 strikes. Crawford and Longoria with home runs tonight. Foul at the plate. Markakis and Freeman with home runs. Both Giants home runs went to right field. Braves, both their home runs went to left. 2-2 pitch. Full count.
I'd like to see him get this out right here. Challenge. You don't want to turn this lineup over.
And the payoff. Pulled foul. So we'll do it again.
Tow truck.
Wow.
Right up the toe. Look like. That's when you know you got the sinker working.
Now, Inciarte said, please do not come out. It'll hurt more if you come out. So it remains 3-2. Dyson sets. On the ground to Hansen. And that's the ball game. So the Giants come in here, and a nice strong performance from Chris Stratton. And I guess what was nice, Javi, for Stratton is trailing 2-0. All of a sudden he had a 4-run lead, and that calmed everything down a little bit.
Yeah.